This video introduces the topic of finding zeros. The learning outcomes are to use synthetic division to divide polynomials by x minus a, and to use the remainder theorem to determine the values of p of a, and to linearly factor polynomials using various theorems. The theorems that will help in factoring are the factor theorem that will determine if x minus a is a factor of the polynomial p of x, the rational root theorem, which helps decide possible factors for the polynomial. You will be asked to determine if a value or number, say k, is a zero of a polynomial. This means we want to know that if we plugged in k into our polynomial, p of k is equal to 0. We want to know if a particular x value will result in the y value of 0. We can plug in our value of k into our polynomial, or we can use synthetic division, where we would put in k value into our small box when we set up to do the synthetic division. So what does it mean if the remainder is 0? This means we found a factor. For example, if we divide 3,104 by 4, we get 776 and no remainder. So we can write 3,104 as 776 times 4. And we do not have a remainder to add. What we have found is that 4 is a factor of 3,104, because 4 times 776 will give us the 3,104. The same is true for polynomials. If we find that the remainder is 0, we can write our polynomial as our quotient times our divisor, and this brings us to the factor theorem. The factor theorem states that if the remainder of dividing my p of x by x minus a is equal to 0, then x minus a is a factor of our polynomial, p of x. So, if we had 3x cubed minus x squared minus 176 divided by x minus 4, we can do the synthetic division and find that the remainder is 0. This means that we can write 3x cubed minus x squared minus 176 as the product of 3x squared plus 11x plus 44 times our divisor of x minus 4. Then we can use our knowledge of quadratics to see if we can factor the 3x squared plus 11x plus 44 to see if we can factor our polynomial even further.